Hello, welcome back to Ask Amy. I have a question today from Delilah, and it's a super common question. I'm so glad that she sent it in because I think it's going to help a lot of people. Before I read Delilah's question, I want to let you know that the Little School of Big Change Spring 2023 course begins 1 week from today. And the way it works is that you can enroll in the course all the way until February 9th, which is next Thursday. But if you enroll before Monday, February 6th, you save $47. So this week is the last chance for that pre-enrollment price. So if you're thinking about it, if you know you're going to join and you just haven't yet, make sure to do it this week. You get some great resources to get started before we really get started. And you get to save a little bit of money. And I can't wait to see you in class very soon, in just a week. Okay, so Delilah's question. Delilah says, I've seen so much about thoughts and feelings and my formless essence, and it's been extremely helpful and feels very good. I've also had a lot of insights about my habit, being able to see my mind suggest my habit as a way to avoid feeling. But my habit hasn't changed much. Even though I've had these insights, my mind still goes to the same places, and I still follow through on those suggestions more than it seems I should. I was hopeful when the insights were coming up, but now I'm just feeling frustrated and impatient, and I know that's not helpful. Do I need more insights, or what needs to happen for my habit to finally go away completely? So I love this question, Delilah, because it happens all the time. This is the norm. This is so often how it goes. And it's really easy, to get kind of caught up, like you're saying, feel frustrated or impatient, or think what I'm seeing isn't enough, or something else has to happen. And I just want you to kind of consider, like, the whole habit, whatever our habit is, whatever our struggle is, always, all of life, even not just struggles, everything in life, is kind of built on this sort of sandcastle. It's a house of cards. It's all built on misunderstandings. It's all built on, I don't want to feel this, I don't want to feel this, or this is real, or some version of all of that, right? We feel like our experience is real and personal. We don't want to feel it. We should be feeling something else. All of that comes together, and we don't like it, and creates a lot of suffering. And so a habit is just a convenient way for our mind to try to help us not feel that stuff. So what starts to happen as we back way up and see this whole thing for what it is you start to have what you're calling insights, or people just see it with fresh eyes. It's really simple. I mean, you just see through some of those misunderstandings. Now, compare that again to almost any other approach to breaking a habit that goes straight for changing your behavior. Now you're not back here seeing misunderstandings for what they are. You're just diving in the middle of it, doing some stuff differently. So I like the approach you're taking, obviously, Delilah. I think this is absolutely the way to go. So again, what's going on for you is these misunderstandings are being kind of seen through, and the bubbles are popping, and it's like, whoa, okay, this looks different. And you're sharing that you felt some positive benefits, that things look different. Now, as that house of cards starts to crumble, everything else will change too. The thoughts eventually start to change, the feelings, the behaviors, they're all kind of based on, all of this misunderstanding. But it doesn't necessarily happen all at once. And it makes sense that it doesn't, except when you're in your situation, Delilah, which I've been in, and everyone's probably been in their own way. And you're just like, enough already. I've had these insights. I've seen new things. I want life to look and feel different, and I want to be doing different behaviors. And like I said, it does happen that way eventually, but it doesn't happen that way instantly necessarily. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it does not. Most of the time we see life through different eyes, and the machinery and the habit, the habitual thoughts and the habitual behavior and the habitual feelings and all this body, mind, habitual stuff it just kind of keeps going. It has a nice rhythm going. Everything in your body wants to be efficient and habitual, and it doesn't just jump up and change course because you've had a few insights. It keeps going. But what happens is you're in that place where you're like, whoa, this is happening, but it looks and feels different. And I can't say enough about that place. Now, most of the time, some of the time, people don't like that place because, again, your mind is looking over here saying, but why did I just eat that or drink that or buy that? I had these insights, and our mind is out a little bit. It's stuck on how it wants things to go. But if you can notice that, and you can just be back here, and you can just be seeing things in a different way, like you already are, seeing things, even the exact same old behaviors, the exact same thoughts, the exact same feelings, but now you're seeing them different. That's helping it crumble. And they have to change as these misunderstandings are seen through. So I see this all the time with people, all the time. And truly, the only thing kind of in the way, it's not really even in the way, but the only thing really going on is that impatience that you're talking about, that our mind deciding this is how it should look if things are moving in a nice direction, and they're not moving. It doesn't look that way, therefore I don't think this is happening. And now all of a sudden there's just more resistance showing up. So always, for anyone, habit, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, whatever you're going through, you will see things in a new way. And please get excited about that. See things in a new way. Like, be curious about what's arising, and let the thoughts and feelings and behaviors change as they will. I went through this when I was ending my food-related habits, that my mind still went to the same places, of course, for quite a while. Sometimes it still does. It'll suggest old coping mechanisms. But all of that just looks different. It feels different. It doesn't need to be acted on. So be grateful for what you've seen, for where you are in all of this, all of you, wherever you are in all of this. Marvel at what looks different. Marvel at the fact that the same things are happening, but they look and feel different, and it will just continue to move in that direction 100%. Nothing new is needed. You don't need to pull in anything. That's always the case. We never need to pull in anything from the outside to find freedom. It's about what's falling away. Things were already falling away. So just kind of hang out, be grateful in that process, and even more will fall away. So thanks for sending this, Delilah. And again, anyone who's in the midst of change in any way or wants to be, please join us in the Little School of Big Change starting next week. So send your questions to askamy at thelittleschoolofbigchange.com, and I'll be back here on Monday with a new one. Have a great week, everyone.